self-health hypnosis.
Please do not listen to this content whilst driving, operating machinery, or when it is not safe for you to relax or fall asleep. Welcome to this guided hypnosis for social anxiety disorder. A social anxiety hypnosis to free you from social phobia while you sleep. So when you're ready now, and in your own time, you might feel yourself starting to take a few deeper breaths. And as you continue breathing, you may become aware of the sounds around you. You might notice how your body feels as it lays in your bed. Or perhaps you might recognize the different sensations inside you. And you might even start to notice the silence within you, or hear the different tones of my voice. And you might now start to notice the first signs of comfort and ease. That's right. And with every breath, you might recognize your hands resting as they are. You might be aware of the temperature or the feel of the air around you. You might notice a breeze or perhaps stillness surrounding you. And as you notice what you notice, and don't notice what you don't notice, that feeling of comfort and ease can broaden and deepen within you. That's right. And as you feel that deep comfort and ease, maybe you're aware of your body in space. Or the contact of the surface you're reclining on. Maybe you notice a relaxation in your legs and arms, or the rise and fall of your own breath. And as you become aware of all of these sensations, that comfort and ease within you might start to radiate throughout your entire body. And as your breath slows, you might start to allow yourself to access that quiet, peaceful place inside of you. That inner space of ease and calmness. That safe space free of fear and worry. That's right. And you might allow yourself the experience of a very deep state of light trance. Or you might unconsciously allow yourself a very light state of deep trance. The choice is yours. Go wherever you want to go. And my voice will go with you. That's right. And wherever you go, you may start to feel your breath now, synchronizing into an even, composed pattern. You might notice your inhale deepening and lengthening. And you might notice your exhale deepening and lengthening to a similar rhythm. There's no right way or wrong way. You may just notice your breath doing what feels most comfortable for you in this moment. And you are listening to this meditation for your own personal reasons. And as the title suggests, this hypnosis video is designed to assist you to overcome social anxiety disorder. And I am not sure what social anxiety may look like for you. And the truth is, social anxiety can present in many different ways and manifest in many different situations. It doesn't really matter what or how your social anxiety looks. The behaviors that manifest or where it occurs. The only thing that truly matters is that you have committed to take action. You have committed to make a change. And you have decided to remove social anxiety disorder from your life now. You may be very familiar with the phenomenon of an inner critic. And perhaps you already know that most people experience this phenomenon in one way or another. And most cognitively understand the reality that it is just a learned pattern of destructive thoughts toward ourselves and others. It's just a pattern you may have been running unconsciously for a while now. A pattern based on beliefs of how others see you, of how others hear you, and how you think you appear to others. The inner critic incorrectly interprets what is happening or how others are actually seeing you. And for many, this is the root of self-destructive thoughts and behaviors, and often presents as socially anxious behavior. And the good news is, social anxiety is simply another pattern, a pattern of critical inner thoughts, manifesting as a behavior. It is not a fixed part of who you are, and simply interrupting and changing those inner thoughts and judgments from that critical inner voice can completely stop social anxiety and instead lead to a healthy, positive internal dialogue, which leads to enjoyable and positive social interaction. And I wonder if you have ever considered how weird it is that we choose to think that others are watching us, or incorrectly believe that others are judging us. Do we ever stop and think that most people are self-conscious? And in truth, other people aren't even noticing us most of the time, or what we say, or what we do. They are just like you, mostly concerned about themselves and all of the worries in their own lives, and see you so much more differently than your inner critic believes. And it may be encouraging to notice there is also a part of you that imagines more for yourself. Just as you can identify an inner critic exists, it must be true then that an inner observer can too. You may have heard of an inner observer before. We all have one. In fact, some believe it is who we truly are. It is the presence behind all of the things you see, the things you do, and the thoughts you have. It sits above both you and the inner critic, and is always there to faithfully guide you towards your hopes and desires, and away from the fears and limiting beliefs of the inner critic. This is part of your greater superconscious, and it is far more powerful than the inner critic. and it is at your disposal to react to situations and cope with fears in any moment. You just need to choose to listen to the inner observer, not the inner critic. You must become the inner observer. Your inner observer is powerful and creative. It is part of what makes you who you are, a unique soul with unique skills and talents. And the more you use that positive, powerful imagination, the more you will shape your reality and the better you will feel about yourself. Imagine what you would learn. Imagine going inside the unconscious now and consciously experience what you will learn to bring to social situations. An authentic, joyful, confident you. Maybe you would like to imagine receiving a special invitation from your inner observer now. The inner observer who possesses a complete understanding of you and knows how you feel in each moment, understands your experiences from the past and all the obstacles that you have overcome. The inner observer that can show you the skills and resources you already have inside you and the strategies you have to best deal with your emotions in any social situation. You might like to imagine yourself meeting your inner observer now in a grand library with an enormous fireplace burning brightly. And I'm not sure what your inner observer looks like to you. You may see them as the image of your most ideal self. Or perhaps they resemble a guardian angel. It doesn't really matter how they appear. All that matters is that you are connecting to them now. And as you acquaint yourselves, you might notice your inner observer lovingly directing your attention to something important now as they motion to shelves either side of the fireplace. Both shelves labelled with your name and stacked full of books. Your inner observer guides you first to the books on the left of the fireplace. And as you scan the titles, you notice these books represent all of the negative thoughts, feelings, and actions you have ever associated with yourself. These books contain all of the worries and stresses that poison your life. All of the negative self-definitions and excuses that have prevented you from achieving your dreams. And your inner observer explains to you that all of these negative books are from the past, but are still affecting your life and your feelings about yourself. And as you look, you notice that these books do not represent your actual truth, but instead only represent what you think others believe about you. And I wonder if you now realize that your subconscious mind has been reading these worthless old books so much that it has accepted them as true. Your inner observer says, enough is enough. It is time to leave other people's ideas about you in the past and learn who you truly are and what is really true. And you feel so peaceful in this library and so courageous that you take all the negative self-idea books off the shelves and carry them to the fireplace. And without even bothering to open any of the books, you hold your negative self-ideas in your hands and rip them apart. You toss all your negative self-thoughts and self-definitions into the fire. You rip the covers to shreds and toss them in because there is no longer a place in your mind for negative self-thoughts, negative feelings, or negative actions. And the fire burns all of your negative self-ideas and negative self-definitions out of your mind forever now. Feeling free and deeply peaceful, open to amazing possibilities, your inner observer directs your attention now to the books on the right side of the fireplace. You see that the titles of these books reflect the real, authentic you, your true self, reflecting the wonderful, talented, skilled, loving, accomplished, creative, and good qualities you know in your heart of hearts, and your inner observer totally accepts as the real you. You read these titles and they say things like loving, confident, strong, capable, worthy, important, imaginative, intelligent, poised, fascinating, graceful, energetic, talented, skilled, special, creative, and loved. You look at these books and you feel a warm swelling of pride. You know these books are describing you at your very natural best. and what people really see. Your inner observer asks your subconscious mind to read these positive, true books over and over, and to integrate their truths into your outer life now. You accept now that these books represent the real you. You accept now that the ways you intuitively think, feel, and act are wonderfully positive. And your positive thoughts, feelings, and behaviors make life better for yourself and for all that you love. Just thinking about these books gives you a warm and joyous feeling. Your inner mind is integrating all the positive context of these books now into your thoughts, feelings, and actions. You can look out at the world and everything is better. The world is alive with possibility, because inside you are free of the chains of the past now. And your subconscious is rediscovering your true nature more and more with every beat of your heart. You feel more confident and at peace. And you feel and know that you will be confident and relaxed in any social situations. A party full of strangers, coffee with someone special. You will bring your true self, authentically you, knowing the truth that others really see. And there are 4 special books that your inner teacher calls your attention to. They are beautifully bound with beautiful gold lettering and golden page edges. Your inner observer gives your subconscious mind a homework assignment now. It is to read, discover, and integrate all the wonderful content of these 4 books into your outer life. The first book, My True Self, Who I Really Am. The second, My Deepest Dreams, Goals, and Desires. The third, My Book of Hidden Skills and Abilities. And the fourth, My Gifts to the World. And your subconscious will know what is included in each of these books. Your subconscious knows what needs to be integrated into your outer life. And perhaps you will find comfort knowing that each time you return to this hypnosis or think about the library, it is as if you are instantly there and the lessons get deeper and deeper, 1,000 times deeper every time you visit in your mind. And I wonder what your life would look like 10 years from now. If each time from this day forward, when you're getting ready for a social event, or perhaps when you're already at a party or a gathering, or on your way to having that coffee with a special someone, and you find yourself allowing the inner critic too much airtime, you stop and choose to change your focus and reconnect instead to your inner observer. As you watch the inner critic, observe them generating thoughts from a place of fear and insecurity, reading from the wrong books, and you lovingly and peacefully take control and redirect your mind to remember those beautiful 4 books. What will your life look like? I'm not sure what amazing, confident, social and fulfilling life you are envisioning, but I imagine you would find your life to be totally different. Your interactions with others completely transformed. A life free from any experience of social anxiety disorder. And I don't know whether you will make this choice immediately, or if you will make this choice in the next few days. But the next time you find yourself in a situation where you need to take control, you remember that you are in control of your mind. You control your thoughts. And all it takes is for you to choose what you want to focus on. To let go of that inner critic and those thoughts that do not serve you. And connect back to that inner observer who knows the truth about you and reminds you of how amazing you are. Reminds you that others also see this and shows you the skills and resources you already have inside you and the strategies you know to overcome any social anxiety now. And in the next few moments, a period of silence will follow. And in this moment of silence, you can integrate this meditation as you choose. You can take the things that are valuable to you and discard anything that is not. You can articulate in your own way the new skills you have learned. Skills of letting go of that critical inner voice, of choosing your focus, and controlling your thoughts as you reconnect to your inner observer. You can put together everything you've heard and everything you haven't heard in your own way that serves you best. And with these new skills integrated, you can imagine how amazing tomorrow will be. as you embrace your new life, free from social anxiety disorder now. And that moment starts now.